The first thing the girl did after her rebirth was to replace her wedding bouquet with chrysanthemums for mourning the deceased and then exchange bouquets with her best friend. Onlookers saw this scene and accused her one after another of being inauspicious for doing so, not knowing that only by doing this could the girl save her own life. In her previous life, on the day of the girl's wedding, the daughter of her family's nanny, whom she regarded as her best friend, was also getting married on the same day. She even asked to exchange the cheap plastic flower in her hand for the valuable jadeite bouquet in the girl's hand in the pretext of seeking good luck. The girl agreed without thinking much, but she never expected that her best friend would refuse to return it afterward, and even deliberately smashed the bouquet to pieces. The girl was filled with anger when she saw this, because the flower was not only priceless, but also the only relic left by her grandfather. She could no longer bear it and slapped her best friend, but she never expected that her fiancé would push her to the ground when he saw this. Then he took her best friend and left, making the girl the laughingstock of the entire city. Her elder brother did not help her either. Instead, he drove her out of the house on the grounds that she was vicious. Later, her best friend even found a group of thugs and killed her. Before she died, the girl finally learned that her fiancé had long been having an affair with her best friend, and that her elder brother was only an adopted son of her mother. They wanted to join forces to kill the girl while her mother was abroad, so that her elder brother could become the sole heir to the family. But she never expected that the next second, the girl would be reborn and return to her wedding day. To make the three scumbags pay the price, she quietly planned a revenge scheme. Then she chose to set off for the wedding via a remote cemetery path. She never expected that even after changing the driving route, she would still encounter her best friend's motorcade, and just like in her previous life, her best friend sweet-talked and proposed to exchange bouquets. Her bridesmaid even started a live broadcast on the side, claiming that the girl looked down on her best friend for being a nanny's daughter, so she was unwilling to give her the bouquet. Seeing this, the girl had to agree to exchange flowers, but when her best friend reached out happily to take the flower, she found that the flower in the girl's hand was actually a chrysanthemum. Her best friend and her bridesmaid immediately deliberately framed the girl in the live broadcast, saying that using chrysanthemums for the dead as a wedding bouquet was to embarrass her best friend. However, the girl said that today was her grandfather's death anniversary, so she chose chrysanthemums as her wedding bouquet. Moreover, she was worried about affecting others, so she specially asked the wedding car to take the cemetery path, and never thought that her best friend would also take the cemetery path and insist on exchanging flowers. After hearing this, the public opinion in the live broadcast room quickly reversed. Some people even began to accuse her best friend of deliberately wanting to exchange her cheap flower for the girl's expensive one. Her best friend had no choice but to leave angrily with the chrysanthemum. However, half an hour later, when the girl arrived at the wedding venue, she found that the venue had actually been occupied by her best friend. Her fiancé and elder brother were even protecting her best friend like bodyguards. The girl questioned them why they did this, but her fiancé forced the girl to give up the wedding banquet that her mother had spent a lot of money on for her best friend and the grounds that she was late. The girl knew they were trying to anger her, so she agreed to see what other tricks they had up their sleeves. Seeing this, the three of them were immediately shocked, but they never expected that the next second, her best friend would take out that jadeite bouquet. Only then did the girl learn that the bouquet she had asked someone to keep safe earlier had been taken by her elder brother and given to her best friend again. The girl immediately wanted to get it back, but her best friend deliberately threw it into the air and smashed it to pieces. The girl could no longer bear it, and directly